So I'm at Blackwater Lake. I came in yesterday. Our friend Henry Wang, Cleaner Lakes and Oceans, was doing a dive here, and we'll actually do another dive today. So I came in, camped overnight. I didn't bring the van. I had to do a number of trips back and forth to the Darcy area for to do a couple of things for some friends. So my truck was probably a better solution than the van on the road, especially going back and forth. It would have been okay, but it's still pretty bumpy and muddy. And my truck worked well. It's actually designed so that you can sleep in the back quite comfortably. So I was actually quite toasty. Got down to -2, so moderately cold, but not really cold. And of course I had a warm sleeping bag and everything, and warmed the truck up when I went to bed. So. Blackwater Lake Recreation Site is located just north of Pemberton. That's about 200 kilometers from Vancouver. You actually take the Pemberton Portage Road towards Darcy and then turn off at the Blackwater Lake Road. It's the same gravel road that eventually takes you to Birkenhead Lake Provincial Park. It's actually about maybe halfway to Birkenhead Lake Provincial Park. Gravel pretty much the whole way. The road condition can vary. I think in the summer it's often better than it is at this time of year. So I arrived later in the afternoon on the first day, and it was just the end of a nice sunny day, so I got to enjoy a little bit of gorgeous mountain scenery from the lake, as well as get to play with Henry's dog Daisy, drinking from the cool water in the lake itself. And then I got to spend the evening around a nice warm campfire with Henry. Very pleasant. Morning tea. Bit misty, bit foggy. Not sure which. It's fairly cold. Come here, Daisy. Come here, girl. Come here. Oh, too cold. There's a little creek at the end, or maybe just a continuation of the lake. You can see how cold it gets, the frost in the wood. Beautiful morning. It's a bit of cloud and sun. Yeah, but very nice. So Henry will do another dive today, and I will help him if I can at all. He picked up a few things. If you watch this video on his channel, you'll see he picked up some garbage. And you know, we're here all the time. He's looking for this infamous snowmobile that apparently fell in one winter in this lake. I think he's been here 5 times. I've been here a couple of times with him, and we've done grid searches and no luck. And let's see how today comes out. Maybe Henry will find it today, but I have my doubts. It's a reasonably big lake, and even with multiple divers, I think it's difficult. But kudos for him for trying to actually get it done. Beautiful, quiet. The campsite, it's a BC recreation site, but it's unmaintained, so it's user maintained only. So very basic, pretty rustic. There is an outhouse, bring your own toilet paper, and then there's a number of fire pits and things. And I think it gets fairly busy in the summer, but this time of year, there's just a few of us here, so very pleasant, very quiet, nice. Just look at this section of the lake would get very little in the way of any sun during the day, so it looks quite cold. No ice on the lake at all, though. Alright, I'm going to paddle back. See Daisy. That's one of Henry's 2 dogs, as you may know if you ever watch his channel. Nice fire in the morning to warm up after coming off the lake. Thanks, Henry. The sunrise on the second morning. Beautiful. A little mist on the lake. Very nice. Alright, I'm just about ready to head home. I'm back down to Portage Road. Beautiful morning this morning, some nice sunrise, mist on the water. I went for a walk around onto one of the Forest Service roads. Yeah, just beautiful. Yeah, nice couple of days. It's a little cold at night. This morning, I think it was probably about -1, -2, but it's quite toasty in my truck. And then I left, and just maybe a kilometer from the campsite, there were some folks who had a flat tire and weren't quite sure how to fix it. So it took us about 40 minutes to get their gear and everything out and get them back on the road. And Henry also stopped by, so between the two of us, we made sure they got out of here safely. And hopefully they'll be able to get a tire change or get a new tire in Pemberton. Anyway, very nice trip. Really enjoyed. It was very peaceful there. It was really nice. And now it's gotten cloudy, so it's a good day to go home. So for those that might be interested, this is the setup I had in my Nissan Xterra. Nice warm sleeping bag, wool blanket, yellow thermal rest, which of course was inflated at the time. And all that worked quite well. It kept me quite warm overall. I also had a double layer of Thinsulate that was kind of underneath my core, all just to make sure I stayed warm and toasty, which actually I did. There's also lots of room. You can see I had, of course, when I was camping, I had other things there. I had a couple shovels, a cooler, some clothing, but lots of room to put stuff away. I also had some space above my head up here where the seat folds. And of course, you could put something in the driver's seat. And I also learned something at 12:15 at night. If you've locked the car using the alarm system and then you open it without unlocking, it will set off the car alarm. And worse, the car alarm won't shut off until you actually close the door that you opened. So kind of a loud awakening one night. Didn't disturb Henry though. I asked him the next day if it woke him up. He said no, hadn't heard it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. And Mickey, Finch, and I will see you next time.